Hi, welcome to the Law Publications Field Sales Representative Introductory Video. My name is Keisha, and I'll be your guide through the awesome opportunities, challenges, and expectations with this role. While watching this video, take notes and write down any questions you have so that they can be addressed at the next stage. The goal is for you to walk away from this video with a clear understanding of what the position entails, so that you can make an educated decision on your wish to continue through the onboarding process. That being said, let's jump in. Law Publications' responsibility is to bridge the gap between law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve. We have researchers, writers, editors, layout and graphic artists, and printing professionals at our home office in Addison, Texas, who produce safety-related materials that local law enforcement agencies order from us to use in their community outreach programs. Our public relations team consults with each agency to identify their needs for education materials, and we customize which materials they receive to those needs. They agree on a date and time for us to send our sales rep to town, which is the position you're interviewing for, and you go to work fundraising from the business owners in the town to underwrite the effort. In return for their sponsorship, they get advertising space that correlates to their investment size that appears in the main book that the agency wants to feature. The towns we work with are typically small to medium size in population, with the required minimum of 150 businesses. This position is a 1099 independent contract position. Therefore, you are responsible for your own expenses. In turn, you will write them off as you see fit at the end of the year. We do not reimburse for expenses. Your lodging is covered by trading a free ad for the hotel stay. This will be covered more during the training process. It is commonplace in the industry, and 90% of the time or better, there is no issue with obtaining the lodging needed. The expectation is to field projects within a 300-mile radius of your home base. Some could be further away, but the goal is to always keep you closer to home when possible. We align the projects for the upcoming week the week before, as whether you move on to a new project or not is dependent on if you reach the target the week before. The average project size is $8,600. The average sponsorship sale is $500, and our average rep sells $7,000 per week. If you have a $10,000 project and you average $5,000 per week, then it stands to reason you'll likely be in that project for 2 weeks unless you can reach the target more quickly. The average for our reps is about 40 projects per year. With some of those projects being 2 weeks, that should keep you busy for the calendar year. We have renewals in some of our projects, which have participated in prior years. That is obviously the low-hanging fruit. Since we are in a massive growth phase, our focus is on obtaining new business so that we can create more renewals, of course. That being said, most of your projects in the first 30 days will be centered around new business, with a few renewals sprinkled in. As time goes on, the more lucrative projects will be given to the highest performing reps. The close ratio on new business when we pitch the decision maker is 40%, which if you have any experience in business-to-business sales, you will recognize that is a very high number. It helps that we have signed letter from the chief or sheriff when we walk in the door, but more about that up next. As noted in one of our screening questions, this position requires 20 to 30 in-person sales calls per day, Monday through Friday. In our 40-plus years of doing this, we've learned that if a salesperson will make those 20 to 30 sales calls every day, 120 to 150 sales presentations per week, follow the training and adhere to the company principles, they will raise between $7,000 and $8,000 a week. That's finding 15 to 20 businesses out of the 150 who are willing to sponsor the police in this effort. We have lists of businesses types that typically have a higher propensity to participate, but essentially, any sole proprietorship where the decision maker is likely to be available is a target for us. Now, onto the more exciting stuff, the payoff. You making more commission means the organization is growing, the departments are getting the materials they need, and the community is getting the benefit. Here is how our commission structure is broken down. Commissions on sales made during the project are paid at a rate of 28% if sales are between $1 and $3,999 per week, 29% if sales are between $4,000 and $4,999 a week, 31% of sales are between $5,000 and $5,999 per week. 33% of sales are between $6,000 and $6,999 per week. 35% of sales are between $7,000 and $7,999 per week. 37% of sales are between $8,000 and $8,999 per week. 40% of sales are between $9,000 and $9,999 per week. 42% of sales are $10,000 or higher per week. This is a sale of passion, not pressure. Not all sales includes fundraising, but all fundraising has an element of sales. We live in the world of the latter. That doesn't mean we just tuck our tail and leave if told no by the decision maker. It means we utilize the rebuttals provided in the training and respectfully work to educate them on the importance of this program in the community. Those that are most successful at this job are the ones that understand that balance. If we're too pushy, it inevitably would get back around to the department. We have a relevant, tangible product that their local department wants to use in the community. In addition, they also can make their contribution a tax-deductible business expense by placing an advertisement for your business in the books the department will be distributing throughout town this year. Although remote, our team culture is very important to who we are and what we do. It has to be, given the nature of our work. It is both rewarding personally and financially. The pitch is relatively simple. The training streamlined. We have 45 years of history as a strong company and 17,000 relationships with law enforcement agencies across the country to back it up. So why wouldn't this be a slam dunk decision? Because it still requires a grind that not everyone is cut out for. You will be traveling and staying away from home 4 to 5 days a week. Not everyone in every town is going to be waiting at the front door with their checkbook out for you as you pull up. It takes dedication and hard work, but the payoff is strong for those that fight for it. We hope that describes you. We can't grow without more capable team members with their boots on the ground. If you have not already, I urge you to continue your research on our website, www.lawpublications.net. There, you will be able to see an even clearer picture of who we are and how we do what we do. If you wish to continue your interest in this position, then follow the directions with the job posting on scheduling a time for us to talk. We appreciate your interest and hope you have a wonderful day.